is more fresh for you. And that's why everything at Smith's comes guaranteed fresh, or we'll make it right. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Give someone else a turn. Whew, finally.
There's an expert for that.
Let Barlow Service Experts keep you cool with $50 off any repair.
This is a giant eyesore.
All you have to do is point.
Nice! Take that! Oh, baby, this is fun.
When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point.
KSL Weather, sponsored by Taco Time.
You're watching KSL Today.
Now's not the time, as I've said so many times, to declare victory.
We're talking about the battle against COVID. It still rages on. A concerning reason the latest surge in cases is different from the others.
And President Joe Biden cracks down on gun control. The response from Utah as the country sees 2 more mass shootings.
Plus, late start for students in Salt Lake City, the announcement from district leaders, and who it'll impact. Yeah, we're talking different ages, and it's not just yet either. Coming up. First, though, breaking news out of the United Kingdom this morning. Prince Philip, husband to Queen Elizabeth, has died at age 99.
Yes, this is such a big story, and we're going to take a live look from Buckingham Palace right now. Now, we are finding out more information on this. We'll get back to you later in the show once we confirm it.
Well, as that unfolds there, things back here in Utah, let's talk about it. Our top stories of the morning. We welcome you in. If you're just waking up, I know the 6 o'clock hour is where a lot of the activity happens.
Yes.
In your household like mine. I'm Dan Spindle.
And I'm Morgan Wolfe in for Lori Pritchard. Finally, Friday, we are ready for the weekend. And hey, what are we looking at as far as the forecast, though? Why don't we jump over to Grant Whitman?
Yeah, thanks, Morgan. Looks great today. Now, it's going to be a little cooler today. It already is, right? We had this front that moved through yesterday. Nice and clear, though, this morning. And a lot of sunshine once again for today, but you'll definitely feel the difference by afternoon. It'll be some like 10 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. It's already cooler this morning, but at the same time, lots of sun again. Looks great. High 50s, almost 60. Once we get to 3 o'clock, sitting in the 30s right now. So yeah, it is a little cooler this morning. Jackets back on, maybe the car heater going up just a little bit today this morning. If you're heading in, 35 at Sandy, 30s in Riverton as well. But tomorrow, temperatures jumping up again. And we'll tell you how much of a climb here straight ahead. Andy Farnsworth is in for us looking at those freeways this morning. What's going on, Andy?
Good morning. Checking the roads. Really, the only story right now is the reminder that we have that traffic split in place on northbound I-15 now in between Layton and Clearfield. So from 700 south to 650 north, you need to stay on the right side if you're going to make an exit. But by 650 north, the split ends, and you'll continue on north into Roy and Ogden from there just fine. No delays there now that they've got all the lanes opened up from overnight road work. But just a heads up and a reminder, that's now in effect through the end of the year. No other issues really on the roads right now. It looks like a typical Friday morning with light traffic on I-15, I-80, and 215.
All right, Andy, thanks. Our top story this morning, Salt Lake City announces a change for high schools, one that's been in the making for years.
Yeah, news specialist Janae Anderson live from Highland High School this morning. Janae, a lot of students surely will be thrilled to hear this news.
They will be, and their parents will be as well, because they will no longer have to drag them out of bed. After looking into this issue for more than a year, the school board unanimously decided to push the start time back to 8:45 a.m., giving Salt Lake City high school students a full extra hour of sleep. Now, the school board came to this decision after consulting with a national sleep expert who highlighted the health risks that can occur, both physical and mental, when teens are tired. This change is also a huge win for parents who shared their frustrations earlier this year.
Every single day is sheer hell. Children need 9 or 10 hours of sleep in adolescence, and there's no way for them to get that based on a school that starts, or I see the bus go by at 7 in the morning.
School will now end at 3 p.m., and this change will also affect middle and elementary schools, who will see a shift in their start times. But school officials say those schedules haven't been determined yet. And it's important to know that students shouldn't change their alarm clocks just yet, because this change won't officially take place until next fall. Reporting live for KSL 5, I'm Janae Anderson.
That's an important detail there. It's not today, it's not next week, it's next school year in the fall. Janae, thanks.
Right now, Salt Lake City police are investigating a possible hate crime as a man is attacked near the gateway in broad daylight.
So I definitely believe that I was the victim of a hate crime because of being a Latino queer person, and I definitely get double takes all the time because of my outfits. I just felt terrified and scared.
Yara Flores says the attack happened near 1st South and 5th West on Monday. That's when a man approached him from behind and then hit him over the head. Flores was taken to the hospital where he had a concussion and had to get about 5 staples. He believes that he was targeted because of either his sexuality or ethnicity, as none of his possessions were stolen during this attack. Salt Lake City police say that they need more evidence to classify the attack as a hate crime. They're now looking to identify the suspect and want to find witnesses to this attack. So if you saw anything in this area at that time, again, it happened on Monday, give police a call.
This morning, a Utah man has been arrested in the sexual assault case of a Boise jogger back in 2018. After a more than 2-year-long investigation, detectives arrested 30-year-old Nicholas Campbell in Davis County. Officials say on November 30th, 2018, he choked a female jogger until she was unconscious, then sexually assaulted her in a Boise suburb. Detectives say DNA evidence is what helped them solve the case. Campbell is currently in the Davis County jail, but is set to be extradited back to Idaho. Also out of Idaho, anti-government protester Emmett Bundy was arrested twice in a matter of hours after he trespassed at the Idaho State Capitol building. This is cell phone video that shows police taking Bundy into custody yesterday. According to our affiliate in Boise, Bundy posted a $30 bond, then went back out, straight back to the State House, where he was taken in custody again and taken back to jail. You remember, Bundy was also arrested for the same thing at the same place last August after refusing to leave a hearing where he called for an end to all pandemic restrictions.
Turning to the COVID pandemic, new cases are rising across the country, with most new cases coming from the Midwest or the Northeast. But health officials worry that it won't stop there. In the past 24 hours, more than 81,000 new cases were reported across the country, nearly half of those coming from just 5 states. The more infectious UK variant has now officially become the main strain in the U.S., and health officials say that it's impacting young adults.
Hospitals are seeing more and more younger adults, those in their 30s and 40s.
In the past 14 days, COVID-related hospitalizations are up 6%. A lot of those are happening in Michigan, where 10 of the country's 12 metro hotspots are currently located. Hospitalizations are up 124%. Our local affiliate reports that half of those are patients under the age of 60. The Great Lakes state is now trying to curb the growing cases through vaccinations, but they just only expanded eligibility to all adults this week.
Here in Utah, vaccination efforts roll on. More than 1.6 million doses have been administered so far, 42,000 just in the past 24 hours alone. Data from the CDC show that nearly a third of Utahns have had at least 1 dose of the vaccine, and that's just behind the national average, not by much. However, Utah ranks second to last in the number of people fully vaccinated. That, of course, is due to our state's young population.
If you're planning on being outside, maybe down in southern Utah with all of our incredible parks, well, if you're going to be hitting up Zion, you're going to want to listen up. Angel's Landing is closed right now. It closed actually on Wednesday to repair work on the chain areas. The park says that this closure will be extending through tomorrow morning, and the park hopes to have all of the trail reopened by 4:30 on Saturday. And we were just chatting. This is one of the most popular trails in that park, but hey, if you're looking for something else to do, there's a lot of other things that you can see down in southern Utah.
I mean, when they say repairing the chains, that's it's not arguably the most important part of that trail.
That is a good thing.
It would be the most important thing.
Important part.
As you got to hang on. Some friends of mine from Arizona were up in the state visiting, and I saw their pictures. They were in Zion. They did Angel's Landing.
Wow, that's a treacherous one. There's a lot of other ones that are less treacherous, that are equally as pretty too.
Well, that's what's so good about it. You have stages in our national parks of what you can go see, you know, for the thrill seekers.
I stay on the ground. That's why I did the Narrows.
It's a good plan.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make sure you have a walking stick.
Yeah, and it's going to be nice and warm both days of the weekend down there, guys. So we will show you the forecast for Zion and other spots here coming up here in a bit. Also down south, got some football going on. That's right, SUU. They are hosting Northern Arizona. That game is tomorrow. This is a later game than the Weber State game tomorrow. So kickoff temperatures, I mean, hard to beat, right? 70 degrees, lots of sun, and then it cools into the 60s toward the end of that game for tomorrow. Hey, we got a lot of clear skies here already over the Salt Lake Valley. you can see, we're starting to get some more daylight here. Oquirrh Mountain's over here, and lots of sun to start off our day. Looks pretty nice. We'll get lots of sun to finish as well. The difference today is going to be the temperature. It's cooler out there, folks. Some 10 degrees difference there. So kids, jackets back on, walking into school. When they're coming home, should be close to 60. Pretty nice, but again, a little cooler than it was yesterday. 7-day coming up.
Coming up also, the best spots for first-time home buyers. We'll share the Utah city that falls in the top 10 in the nation for buying a new home. It might surprise you.
And the Tulip Festival here at Thanksgiving Point kicks off today. When we come back, we'll show off some of the flowers and tell you all about the one-of-a-kind tulip that was made specifically for the festival. Stay with us.
Chopper 5, Utah's only news helicopter fueled by Speedway. Download the Speedway app to earn speedy rewards points.
This is our competitor's Chase Lounge, and this is the same Chase Lounge at Sheridan's Market. Why is it so much less at Sheridan's? It's because we stock warehouse closeouts and get factory deals. It's luxury patio furniture for less. Check out the amazing deals at Sheridan's Market.
I'm Draymond Green with my Subway sub with tender steak and melty cheese.
My sub is going to dunk all over your sub.
Excuse me?
My sub has bacon.
Choose better, be better, and now save when you order in the app. Subway, eat fresh.
But not Jason's sub.
Dad, we do this every day.
When I was your age, we didn't have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with intelligent all-wheel drive. You know what we had? The occasional Sunday drive, a gravel road here and there. We didn't get to experience the thrill of groundbreaking driving technology on a daily basis like you kids do.
The fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue. Get a low $219 per month lease of the 2021 Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 14 models.
Rob Anderson with Superior Water and Air, and here's what you can expect from us.
You can expect us to be on time.
You can expect us to work safely in your home.
You can expect after-hour service.
No surprises, price guaranteed.
You can expect experienced and prepared installers.
Being available 24/7, 365.
You can expect me to do my best.
Sonríe, to smile. For plumbing service with a team like this, we got this.
For a superior life.
Oh, this is a lot of fun.
So fun. Thank you.
Thanks.
Got it.
Oh, wow.
Twinning.
Thanks. Dad, did you get my candy?
Got it.
Thank you. You got it.
Oh, so cute.
I got it.
Thanks, sweetie.
Of course.
Did you get the bike?
Got it.
Shields Visa. Got it.
Before I called the advocates, I felt completely buried. I felt hopeless. And then after I met with them, I just felt completely comforted knowing that somebody knew what they were doing, because I didn't. My mind was just completely set at ease. I knew they were going to take care of me.
Style, comfort, and best of all, savings. See warehouse closeouts and factory deals at Sheridan's Market. This Sun Villa Patio Bistro set, only $3.99. It's luxury patio furniture for less. Sheridan's Market. Check out the savings during our grand opening.
New developments this morning. A former associate of Florida Representative Matt Gaetz is expected to plead guilty and will likely cooperate as a key witness against the congressman. That's what we're hearing. The New York Times reporting that Representative Gaetz is at the center of an investigation by the Justice Department for allegedly having sex with an underage girl, a case linked to possible sex trafficking. Now, Joel Greenberg, former tax official in Florida, is expected to plead guilty to an array of federal charges. Greenberg is charged with sex trafficking of a girl Gaetz is accused of having a relationship with. If Greenberg cooperates, it could create legal difficulties for Gaetz, who adamantly denies the accusations. As of right now, Gaetz has not been criminally charged.
To Europe now, where old tensions have resurfaced on the Emerald Isle, leading to violence in the streets. We are talking about Northern Ireland here. Young people have taken to the streets every night this week, setting cars and buses on fire and even throwing bricks at police. We found out that 55 officers have been injured. The tensions are a direct result of Brexit. Northern Ireland is a part of the United Kingdom, which is no longer in the EU. Ireland, however, is still a member of it. That has caused serious border problems, reigniting old Protestant and Catholic violence referred to as the Troubles. Now the Biden administration is joining in with Irish, British, and North Irish leaders in calling for calm and an end to the violence. Meanwhile, in the Caribbean, evacuations are underway on St. Vincent, which is on red alert for imminent volcanic eruption. Roughly 16,000 people are being evacuated from the red zone to neighboring islands with help of massive cruise ships. Scientists say that an explosive eruption could happen at any moment as large plumes of smoke are towering over the island. Just look at it there. The volcano has erupted 5 times in recorded history, one happening in 1902, killing 1,600 people.
To our south in Arizona this morning, a wildfire has forced hundreds of people from their homes. Take a look here. It's called the Margot Fire, burning near Dudleyville. Dudleyville, a small mining town about 2 hours southeast of Phoenix. It's burned about 500 acres, 20% contained right now. More than 200 people live in the evacuation zone and likely won't be allowed to return home until tonight. That's at the earliest. Fire officials say that so far 12 structures have been destroyed. We don't know if those structures are homes.
In consumer news this morning, it's hard to find a home here in Utah, but despite that, a new survey says that one city is amongst the best in the country for first-time home buyers. Yeah,
listed among hundreds, really. Realtor.com says Taylorsville is the 8th best city for those first-time home buyers among 773 others. The ranking is largely thanks to the city's low unemployment rate, high population of millennials who are buying homes, and those are the majority of the first-time home buyers.
However, Taylorsville still had the lowest affordability and availability among the top cities. At the very top of the list was Bloomington, Illinois.
I mean, don't we know it? It's tough to buy a home here in Utah. Hey, if you're like me, you've struggled to figure out how to help your kids become technologically savvy. You want them to be able to know how to use smartphones, but to stay away from the dangers of smartphones with social media and unlimited online access. There's a Utah County startup that hopes to offer a compromise to complete digital disconnection.
Every parent in America is dealing with these challenges and trying to find a solution that's safe but practical as well.
Bill Brady believes the practical solution is a phone offered by TrueMe Wireless. That's his new company. He's getting ready to roll out Samsung devices, phones that he says kids will actually want to use, right? They're not the old school flip phones or anything. But it's very different than just handing your elementary or middle schooler a fully functional smartphone.
We can give kids a safe experience that enables them to have access to tools to excel in school, nurture their hobbies, discover new passions, and really achieve their full potential is our mission. That's why we built this operating system.
So you can't buy one today, but you'll be able to buy one in the near future, a few weeks from today. Go to TrueMe.com, enter in your zip code, and then you'll see if you can pre-order if it's available in your neighborhood. That's based on the coverage, right? Here are the features. You get a Samsung A12 locked down version of a smartphone for $175. Now, it's on its own network. That's what I asked him. Is this Verizon or Sprint or whatever? No, it's its own network. TrueMe is its own thing. So you get unlimited talk and text for about $15 a month. No photo messaging, no group texts. Parents can customize the phone for younger and older kids with what's called the Parent Portal. There is no social media on there. You can use apps, but parents approve them, and they're called Kids Smart apps. No mindless games. You won't find any of these apps that the kids would just be addicted to for hours on end. If your kids have ever used a Gab phone, my family, we used the Gab phone for a few years. You know, the technology for a limited smartphone exists. Bill actually co-founded Gab phones. Now he's moving on to TrueMe. He hopes that that can kind of take it up a notch, where their phones are closer to what real smartphones are that adults use, but they're still safe for kids as well. So check out the pre-order right now at TrueMe.com. Might be worthwhile for all of you parents out there kind of going, what do we do? What can we give them that's still safe?
Yeah, transition into more of a realistic phone like what we all have.
Yep.
All right, well, switching gears now, a beloved Utah event is back in business after the pandemic shut it down last year. The Thanksgiving Point Tulip Festival opens today.
This is exciting news after missing last year. Janae Anderson pulling double duty for us this morning, giving us a sneak peek of all the beautiful scenery.
That's right. The festival officially kicks off today. More than 300,000 flowers throughout the gardens. I'm joined now with Tony Latimer. He is the Garden and Landscape Director here at the festival. Okay, you guys make it different every year. You replant every year. So what can people expect this year?
This year, one of the things that we're highlighting is a Thanksgiving Point tulip.
Okay.
actually went to one of our growers or suppliers, and they were producing a couple new tulips a few years ago, and we said, hey, can we put our name on that one?
So it's kind of like naming a star. This is specifically for Thanksgiving Point. You won't see this flower anywhere else right now, right?
Exactly. Right now, there's still just a small supply. It'll get bigger in time, but for now, this is the only place you'll be able to see that tulip.
Okay, now those tulips are yellow, and if you're wanting to see what they are, they're what's on your billboard throughout I-15, right? That's the Thanksgiving Point flower?
Exactly. That's the one we're highlighting this year.
Okay, and tell me, Sean's right now, our photographer, is filming these pink ones. What are we looking at right now?
Yeah, we have these tulips here. This one's called Tom Pounce, and they're just starting to come up. Perfect timing for these ones. We have a lot of daffodils as well, hyacinths, and basically any other spring bulb that's available.
And what's so cool about the festival is there's never a bad time to come out because it's always changing on a day-to-day basis. So what's your favorite time of the festival?
Oh, that's really hard. The daffodils look really awesome right now. The tulips are just barely starting.
It's like asking somebody to name their favorite child, right?
Exactly, it just changes all the time.
Okay, if people want to come out and see the festival for themselves, what do they need to do?
Just get on our website. We have time ticketing to disperse the crowds, and so you can just get on there and sign up for a time.
Okay, sounds good, guys. So if you want to see the flowers for yourself, want to see that special Thanksgiving Point flower, head to their website, check it out. Send it back to you.
All right, that's exciting because that just says springtime in Utah, right?
Oh, it does.
Got to have those benchmarks. Check off the list. Tulip Festival's one of them.
Outstanding. And the grounds, I mean, huge. You're walking, that's like a half-day trip right there, just going over there and looking at them.
And they have a really good-looking chicken sandwich.
We saw that earlier in the show, too. Yeah, good food.
Just adding
Still
that.
thinking about it.
Just another option.
Come for the tulips, stay for the chicken sandwich.
That's what they're wanting, yeah. And then you got other options, of course, in our state, guys, all over the board. The weather looks like it's going to be fantastic. First of all, the resorts, a lot of them, most of them, I would say, still open through the weekend anyway. And then places like Deer Valley, Park City looking at their last day coming up on Sunday, but good spring skiing, especially Saturday. It's actually going to be a little warmer tomorrow up there. Moab and Arches starting to crowd up, right? We know that. Outstanding weather. Sunny 70s both days. If you're going to be down there, Bryce is looking good too. Zion, very, very warm. We showed you the pictures of Angels Landing there. Just great weather to hike before it gets too hot. Of course, it's going to be crowded. I'm sure about that, but all that sunshine. Great weather down south. Great weather here already. It's clear as we look over the Salt Lake Valley. As you're heading outside, you're going to notice a little chillier out there thanks to that front that moved through yesterday. So we're starting off today in the 30s, and then again we get up to the high 50s later. Sandy's kind of chilly too. Look at Suncrest right now. Sitting at 29 degrees. So again, kind of cold out there this morning. If you're working outside, jackets on. This time maybe the lighter jacket through the day, even though it's 50s and sunshine, it's going to feel pretty good with that bright sun. And the wind's not as strong for today. Price hits the 60s, so does Richfield. Fillmore, you're working your way up to around 60 degrees. We just showed you Moab. Great looking weekend. You're in the high 60s there today. Blanding hits 65. It's a little warmer in Kanab and quite a bit warmer in Springdale, Zion, Washington. Temperatures in the high 70s for the day. West Valley's at 60. And Wyoming on the cool side there. Evanston stops at the high 40s for the day. And here along the Wasatch Front, it's nice, mild temperatures. A little cooler than it was yesterday. But it is going to be warming right back up, okay, for tomorrow, both north and down to the south, especially St. George. Hot temperatures again. Remember Easter weekend when it was like this close to 90 degrees? We're not quite that warm, but still extra warm through the first part of next week. And for the Wasatch Front, we warm up tomorrow, but yet another front's coming in on Sunday. Now, it's not looking like wet weather, but a little cooler again on Sunday. Still pretty nice, and then really nice weather into the first part of next week as well. Next chances of rain, by the way, if you're wondering, look like the middle of next week, both Wednesday and for Thursday. We'll keep watching that. Andy's watching the roads.
Thanks, Grant. The freeways are looking really good at this point. It's Friday morning, so we usually have lighter traffic on this drive itself. Just a heads up and a reminder for those of you going north between Clearfield and really through Clearfield, starting out in Layton. They're going to have that new traffic split in effect as of this morning. That'll go up to 650 North Clearfield. They'll have a southbound one in effect soon, but it's still all one group together still on southbound 15. And again, good speeds on all of our freeways. City streets, so far, no crashes. The only one we've got out there is in Heber City on Main Street. But for the rest of you, you're probably going to get to your destination in the minimum travel time if you are traveling this morning.
Time and Temperature is brought to you by Any Hour Services, electrical, plumbing, heating, and air.
What's about to happen on our plaza is you're all going to get your very first COVID vaccine.
I'm excited.
She's excited.
3, 2, 1, 10.
brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah, it has 3 rows.
So you.
You're
Wheel drive for around $199 per month, or current eligible Buick owners get nearly $3,500 purchase allowance.
Forget fancy dinners and flowers. At RC Willey's anniversary sale, we're giving you huge savings on everything in the store.
Now that we're spending more time at home, some rooms in your home may need updating. During our anniversary sale, you'll find incredible values store-wide. Save now on top brand appliances, including washers, dryers, refrigerators, and kitchen packages. You'll also save on top brand TVs and electronics. Plus, this air purifier is only $29 with purchase. We're taking extra precautions so you can shop safely at RC Willey.
They're here.
You brought all these players in your Buick?
Yeah, it has 3 rows.
So you.
You're
For around $199 per month, or current eligible Buick owners get nearly $3,500 purchase allowance.
Create the paradise you've always wanted by teaming with the experts at Glover Nursery. From decorative fountains, statuary, quality annuals and perennials, to trees, shrubs, and mulch. For over 100 years, Glover's 10 Acres have been the premier source for gardeners across the Mountain West. Come visit us at Glover Nursery.
Does your bookkeeper need a better understanding of how to perform bookkeeping with QuickBooks? Accounting Analytics Bookkeeping School trains, certifies, licenses, and educates bookkeepers. Our training enables bookkeepers to perform bookkeeping more efficiently and effectively. Ask your bookkeeper to request our free Bookkeeping with QuickBooks guide and attend our free Bookkeeping with QuickBooks course. For more information, go to accountinganalytics.com and select school.
KSL Weather sponsored by Accounting Analytics Bookkeeping School. Register for free QuickBooks training at accountinganalytics.com.
If you want to get off the grid and get away from the crowds, this is where you come.
From petroglyphs to outlaws, old mines to the Little Grand Canyon, the San Rafael Swell has a lot to offer. Saturday on KSL Outdoors at 6:30 and 11.
She was the love of my life.
Her daughter paid for life insurance.
She passed away the day after she had her son.
So why won't the insurance company pay? Avoiding life insurance gotchas. You Ask, KSL Investigates, Monday at 10.
Welcome back. A look at the top headlines you need to know as you wake up on this Friday morning. Students in Salt Lake City will get an extra hour of sleep this fall. The fall semester, the city school board voted unanimously to start class an hour later beginning next year. East, West, and Highland High School will begin at 8:45. Class will be over at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Middle schools start at 8 a.m. Elementary schools will also be bumped later, but school officials are still trying to decide what time that'll be.
Best Friends Animal Society needs your help finding the people responsible for stealing their catalytic converters from 2 of their vans. Police say that it happened overnight on Wednesday at their shelter in Sugar House. And according to a recent NBC report, catalytic converter thefts have shot up across the country. If you have any information, call the Salt Lake City Police Department.
Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland continues her tour of Utah today with a stop at Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. Haaland toured Bears Ears yesterday to review the boundaries for President Biden. She says her job is to listen and to learn from local state leaders and from tribal leaders and then report back to the president.
Utah lawmakers are pushing back against President Biden's 6 proposed executive orders on gun control. It comes after 6 people were killed and 5 others injured between 2 mass shootings in Texas and South Carolina.
Breaking news out of the UK, Prince Philip has died at age 99. Buckingham Palace confirming the news just about an hour ago. The palace says he passed away peacefully at Windsor Castle this morning. He spent 65 years supporting his wife, Queen Elizabeth, and is the longest-serving consort in British history.
All right, good morning, folks. So we're looking at a clear day here with clear skies already over the Salt Lake Valley. We're in for another day with lots of sunshine. You're going to notice a temperature drop today, like some 10 degrees cooler today than it was yesterday. And it is a little cooler this morning. Kids going into the bus stop this morning, then jackets back on, right? 53 at recess time. Pleasant weather when they're coming back home at 3 o'clock. Sunshine up to 59.
Avengers Assemble. Disney is getting ready to welcome guests to its brand new Marvel campus inside the California Adventure.
The Avenger World will open June 4th. It's not called Avenger World, but it's the Avengers campus. PIM test, you like PIM particles of Ant-Man fame, Stark Industries, that kind of stuff? Well, it's going to be part of the new experience at Disneyland once they reopen this month, but that's for California residents only for right now. It includes rides, food, characters, all of that based on the Marvel brands. The main attraction is a 3D ride called Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure, which will be incredible and awesome. And I don't mean to be kind of the Debbie Downer, but I loved A Bug's Land. I loved all that for when you got little kids. There was nothing like sitting there and letting them run through the water features and go on the tiny kid rides.
And the Jurassic Park rides, too, are incredible as well.
Yeah, the Avengers campus will be cool. All right, we're streaming right now.